Leela the Pet Vet, and welcome back to your first day 3!
Leela the Pet Vet, she's here to give you some animal facts, bringing you on animal adventures. So get ready for animal fun with Leela the Pet Vet.
Time for your hint from last week's Thursday 3! Here's your hint. Your hint was this sea creature has 3 eyes. Here's your 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. The answer is a Triop. Fact number 1. Triops are prehistoric animals. That means they were here before the dinosaurs, and they're still living today. People think that they look like tadpoles with shields. Fact number 2. Triops are hermaphrodites, which means they're both male and female. That means their eggs do not have to be fertilized. Isn't that weird? Because like they're both. When triops hatch, they mature in 2 weeks and start laying their own eggs. Triops live up to 3 months, which is not very long. Fact number 3. Triops have many legs. They use their legs to find food and breathing. They can also use their legs to move food around until it gets to their mouth. Those were my 3 facts about the Triop. Let's move on to another deep sea creature. This creature is the Gulper eel. Fact number 1. The Gulper eel is also known as the pelican eel because it can inflate itself and uses its mouth to scoop up fish like a pelican. Fact number 2. Speaking of inflating, the Gulper eel can stretch its mouth to be wide enough to eat prey 2 times its size. That's big. Based on its little teeth, Gulper eels are thought to mainly eat crustaceans, but when they're really, really hungry, they will eat bigger prey. Fact number 3, except for what I already told you guys, there's a very little amount of research about these creatures because they live at least like 6,000 feet below the surface of the water. And so like, sometimes they're not there when we want them to be. The camera gets lost, the human can't breathe, pressure. So it's really, really hard to record things about these animals. So that was all I had for the Gulper eel. Now let's move on to one of the ugliest creatures I think swim on the face of the earth. The anglerfish. Wait, no. I think the blobfish is more uglier. Maybe we'll talk about him next week. Fact number 1. There are over 200 species of anglerfish. I mean, over 200. And they have huge mouths and they're crescent shaped. Fact number 2. The most distinctive feature of the anglerfish is only worn by the female. It's a piece of dorsal spine that hangs over their mouth like a fishing rod. On the very end of the dorsal spine, there is a little piece of luminous flesh that attracts the prey to come closer and closer until the anglerfish can just gobble it up. And just like the Gulper eel, anglerfish can eat prey 2 times its size. Fact number 3. Here is the weirdest fact of them all. The male is called a parasite male because it is tiny. And so when the male finds a female, he grabs onto her with his mouth And then over time, it starts to fuse into her body and becomes part of her. So when he fuses into her body, he loses his eyes and all his internal organs except for his testes. And so the female can carry at least 6 males. Those were my 3 facts about the anglerfish. Now here is your hint for next week. This animal can eat 14% of its body weight each day. For a 150-pound human, that would be eating like 21 pounds of food each day. Your belly will explode. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed these facts. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. I'll see you next time on my Bears